Next up, we have under item 7.8, Sai Gayatri Ramanan. Do we not have Sai Gayatri Ramanan? Okay, there she is. Of the Hindu Canadian Foundation. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, Mayor Parish, councillors, and one and all present here. I am Sai Gayatri Ramanan from Hindu Canadian Foundation, presenting my case here against the bylaw against the ban on fireworks in the city of Missisauga. So, reiterating what many of our colleagues presented here, for Hindus, Diwali is our most sacred festival. Millions of Hindus celebrate it all over the world. And the fireworks is not just a celebration or entertainment, it is very much an integral part of our rituals. I know it's an extension of what was presented earlier, but I just wanted to reiterate that. Coming to the city of Missisauga, imagine a child growing up in Missisauga being told that you can celebrate Diwali, but that comes with a condition. Now, what that does present before the child's eyes? Like, doesn't it bring a sense of seclusion, a sense of suppression, cultural inclusion not being presented before in their childhood? Now, a ban such as this risks targeting one community. So what are we telling our children here? That's something to introspect upon. I'm a practicing environmental engineer, so I would take this opportunity to highlight some of the facts related to how these fireworks are impacting the environment. I'm a certified environmental scientist as well. So with respect to air quality, in specific to fireworks, they release only PM 2.5, which is particulate matter 2.5, which is said to dissipate within 15 minutes to maximum 2 to 2.5 hours in the environment. Now compare this to the continuous sources of particulate matter and continuous sources of air pollution that we get from automobile, that we get from aircraft, that we get from our daily appliances that we use. Now that's a big question to ponder. So is this going to create that much of an impact that few days in a year of fireworks is worth banning? So do we stop driving cars? Do we stop going on airplanes? Extension to what was discussed earlier. Now let's talk about noise. Missisauga already has very robust noise bylaws. We all are aware of that, right? And a point to be noted that Mississauga's bylaw explicitly includes traditional festival and religious activities exemption. That's something that we have to take into consideration. So we don't ban living near airports, we don't ban driving cars, we don't ban children playing outside. Fireworks then should be viewed in the same light. A controllable noise source in a framework of regulation is what is necessary and not a target for blanket prohibition. If we can manage louder or more continuous noise like traffic and jets, we can certainly manage Diwali fireworks in a very efficient way. In fact, like I said, Mississauga's bylaw explicitly includes traditional, festival, and religious activities as possible exemptions when it comes to noise. This shows the city's own recognition that culture and celebration deserves room with proper guidelines and guardrails. So what is the question here? Do we allow noise? No, the question is how do we allow it responsibly? And talking about how do we allow it responsibly, as Hindus, we have been taught to live by dharma, by doing what is right and to owning up to our actions. So as a very law-abiding community, the actions of few violators should not be led to punishing an entire community from celebrating their festival and doing their rituals. Okay. Now coming to the data part, I know we did discuss amount of data before as well, with less than 1% of complaints among all other complaints present. And I would also like to highlight the complaints also include I took this from Statistics Canada, that there are immense number of complaints that amounts to more than 10 to 12% that comes from the airport noise, which has been reported by Missisauga residents themselves. Now, where does this 1% stand against the 10 to 12% of airport noise that comes from the airports? So let us be the city that acts based on data, that acts based on science. We are a heterogeneous city here, right? We should pride ourselves as being a forerunner, an example, a city that acts with science and facts as basis, and not just a blanket ban, not an immediate reaction and blanket ban. And I believe that's what our respectable mayor and councillors would agree to as well. So what I would like to present, that the balanced way forward here is strengthen enforcement. Enforcement is, of course, essential, and I really appreciate that as somebody who supports sustainable initiatives. Globally, there are, I can quote many countries which have approved the use of eco-friendly fireworks, less noise creating, less pollutant creating, and I can present research data myself on those. So I would, that would be more of vendor engagement in bringing those kind of fireworks, but not restricting the community to celebrate what they are entitled to celebrate, right? So the balanced way forward is strengthen enforcement, promote eco-friendly fireworks, mandate vendor accountability and citizen responsibility as well to clean up and to educate and enforce. So education and enforcement is the way, and not suppression and ban. Let the lights of Diwali shine, a symbol of hope and joy. Let Missisauga be an example for every other community. So Brampton and Caledon, in spite of the bans, have been seeing increasing underground fireworks that have been sold illegally and also being worked upon and celebrated, right? So those violations, when there is enforcement, there is better policing. But when there is ban, it is more of a reaction that tends to create a chaos in the whole policing process. So, like I said, Missisauga can be the city that chooses solutions over elimination, regulations over prohibition, inclusion over exclusion. Let us not extinguish the light of Diwali. Let Missisauga shine as a leader. Let us be an example city to every other city, like I said, that acts based on facts and science and not just on immediate emotions resulting in a ban. Thank you.
So I see nobody on the board. We're going to thank you for your deputation and have Councillor Reid move receipt of it with all in favor, and we will move on to the next speaker. Thank you again, Sai, for your deputation, which is 7.9 Ishita Joshi.